Oh,
Hi.
finally. Hi.
Hi,
This is my
gorgeous.
first time doing the live, so I'm so sorry.
Really? Oh my God. Oh,
I've
that's
done
so
lives
exciting.
before on Instagram and like Facebook, but never on TikTok. So this is my first time.
Really? I'm vice versa. I've never ever been live on Instagram or any of the other million platforms out there, but I have gone live quite a few, well, not too many, but a few times already. And it's all thanks to my Latina community, honestly, because
There's
they nurtured me into being able to expose myself in this way. And honestly, I'm so thankful for that. And now I find it just easier and better to do it like this, where I'm talking and just like a conversation. So thank you for doing this. And I'm excited that this is your first one and hope to see a lot of more lives.
I'm excited too. I can't wait to just dive into this because as both of us have seen, UGC it's all over the For You page, and so many people have so many questions about this. So I'm excited to just.
Yes. And it's crazy to me, honestly, because I don't know when I don't if you guys also can answer, when was the first time UGC showed up in your FYP? Like, was it a week ago? Was it a month ago? Was it 2 months ago? Oh, did we lose her? No, we didn't lose her. Because in my case, UGC a week ago for me. Wow, Jennifer, honestly, a week ago. I am so shocked, so shocked. Because for me it was March, February, end of February, March. So
For
I 1 month
me, it was
ago, Aileen.
in like the end of March. No, like the middle of March because of social cheat sheet. She was the first video I ever saw. So yeah, it was at the end of March.
Reina, that is so cool. Look, oh, you can't, can you see my, yes, you can. You can
Yeah.
see the comment section, right?
Oh my god, yeah. She wrote me and I wrote her back. She was so sweet. Yeah, she saw me that
Uh,
told me that I was the first person that she saw talking about UGC. That's exciting and that's weird, at the same time to like get comments like that. Oh, I was the first.
yes. Oh, thank you for the likes, guys. I love you guys. Thank you. Yes, that is, I thank you guys for answering. I can't believe it's been, I think Aileen was and Jackie are the farthest, like a month ago, and then you and I. I saw, for me, can't remember which one was the very first one I heard talking about UGC, but I know it was a woman. There were several amazing UGC women in the, like, during late February, early March. It was the Laurens, so Lauren Labeled. They're one of the first, and they made an agency. Jessica Parada, I even joined and paid for her boot camp and course. And then there's Ares and Katie. There's a bunch of them who now I connect in the Twitterverse. So that's kind of cool that the UGC community is just so open and supportive. And
Yeah, specifically on Twitter. Like every social media is great, but Twitter is like it's just a chef's kiss. It's amazing.
yeah, if I don't follow you guys on Twitter, follow me or drop your ats handles. Drop your Twitter handles. And if you're not on Twitter yet and you want to be a UGC creator, or really if you want to be in content creation in general, you definitely need to be on Twitter. And I want to follow all of you. I wanted to say that first heard, what do you guys post on Twitter? Um,
Everything. Ev- Everything. Well, I'm going to talk about my, personal opinion. I post about how I'm feeling. I post about opportunities I'm currently having. I post about deals that I got. I post photos that I took. I post every single if I have a question regarding contracts, regarding a specific what percentage do I pay for people who I ask, like every single thing, put it on Twitter.
Literally, I see anything and everything on Twitter. There's so many helpful threads that people create. about how to maybe UGC hooks or video hooks in general, or important contract terminology, or how to handle certain situations.
Oh,
And definitely opportunities, deals. I've personally never gotten one of those shout out opportunities that I see on my main page, but I always try, and that's the important thing, and maybe you'll catch one. But it is important to be on the platform. I think
what
it's a big space for the UGC community.
yeah.
Personally, I'm not as active as you could be or as others. Like I told Bros, I'm sensitive at the moment. I am not one of those creators that it's not my second week. I've been at this for months because I've had to take it very slow. I have to balance like my health with everything else. So how much energy I spend on each platform is like I have to limit myself, and I'm already on TikTok so much. So I engage on Twitter. I sometimes share a thread or share my goals. I ask about other people's goals. Like I try to hop on there every day, but I'm not on there all day every day. I swear I feel some people are, which is
Oh, that
fine if
that
that's their main platform.
that's literally me. And before I forget the question about the pictures are you are sharing on Twitter, you watermark everything because like the pictures and the video can be downloaded. I don't know if when you download the videos you have like a watermark, but still watermark everything because you never know. So you want to. But talking about always being on Twitter, I before UGC I didn't understand Twitter at all. I didn't. I didn't have an account. I never had one, and I didn't understand it. I didn't like it. Now, the first moment I open my eyes, I'm looking for the phone to see what's on Twitter. Like it's insane.
Yeah, definitely. There's plenty of reasons to be on Twitter, to connect with people, to engage and receive feedback, to reach out to brands, to receive opportunities, or just to share your own experiences and knowledge. There's plenty of reasons to be there, just like on TikTok, you can do the same. You can share your experiences, ask for feedback, and learn so much just by searching a few things on the TikTok search bar. And I also was very out of the Twitterverse, and then now I have to be on Twitter for UGC. So it's been a process. I also watermark my pictures. I don't watermark my videos, but I don't know. That's just me. I do watermark the pictures though, and just like when I send it to a client, I watermark it. You feel like a boomer, but need to hop on that. Yes, you do. Shanmi, you do need to be on Twitter. Yes, but at your own pace. If you can dedicate, say, 30 minutes in the morning after your morning routine, maybe not the first thing you do after your morning routine, maybe when your brain cells have had a second to acclimate to the day.
Yeah, don't
Give
take
yourself a time, put yourself a timer,
photos.
30
Yeah,
minutes, 15 to like bookmark a few things, send out your pitches, whatever, and then 15 minutes to engage and like shout out and comment. I don't know, something like that. And then 30 minutes at night. That could be a starting range. Something like that. I think I'm all about setting structure. I'm OCD or something like that. Um, but anyway, I don't know if you guys have any questions, feel free to shout it out. I wanted to be in a very different setting today. I usually host my lives downstairs in a study lounge with a big whiteboard in the back because I'm always in teacher mode, or I get in teacher mode like this. Whoa. And I wanted to have a whiteboard to write all the things and notes that we might talk about, and also share mine and not forget anything. But the study lounge for some reason was filled. So apparently, I don't know, summer classes are intense. So I wrote everything down on OneNote so I could remember. I clearly you're not gonna see, but I wrote down a few things. So I don't know how, I would love to know how you got started, Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Like, share your experience. I don't know when you got started, but how I got started was just watching TikTok content. Like, I saw people saying, "What is UGC? Get in on UGC." And this was back in March. And I said, "This seems interesting. Followers are not a requirement, it's based on the actual content you make, and you get paid for it. Basically, like, it's a standard to get paid as a UGC creator, or more than an influencer, I feel. So I was like, this seems interesting, but imposter syndrome got the best of me and held me back for a month. And I would say mid-June, I saw everybody on the UGC, like, we're joining, we're doing this, and people were actually, Lori, I think, was one of the ones who, I don't know if you've seen Lori Marketing, I think is her handle. I'm actually gonna ask her to also hop on this live to talk about her experience. I remember her videos of her being 1 week in and already landing a bunch of deals, which, it's true. It can happen. It could happen. Making UGC and any content creation related job sustainable is the real challenge. Landing a quick deal is not impossible. You're going to have months where that could happen and maybe months where it's not so good. So making it sustainable, being able to sustain yourself through the lows is the hard part. And the point is, I saw her videos and a bunch of other people who were landing deals, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to pitch myself. Let's see what happens. Didn't have a portfolio 100% ready because my imposter syndrome got the best of me. But I said, let's do it. And I pitched myself, and the brand said, yeah, sure, send it over. And I was like, oh shit, it worked. Oh no, no, oh no. Now I have to like make this. I have to send it. So I have to make it. So I put in a week of work on the portfolio, finished it, and it's been a bunch of other things and a month of work and etc. And now we're here. So how about you? How did you get started?
Well, I'm a little bit surprised because it's quite similar to yours, actually. Like as I said before, I saw a video of Social Cheat Sheet talking about. She just finished her first month into UGC. She started, I think it was in February. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it. But she was done her first month of UGC, and she made, I think it was $6,000 in a month, 3,000. Like, it was an insane amount of money in 1 month just starting. And I literally stalked her page, and I'm not even upset of saying that. I stalked her page. I looked at a bunch of information. I did my research, and that's something that's very important for somebody that's interested in getting into UGC. Do thorough research and make sure that you really want to get into UGC. Yes, it's possible to get thousands of dollars in a month. Yes, it's possible to make good amount of money, but it takes a lot of work and a lot of consistency. So I did my research, and the same as you, I put it to the side. I didn't wait a whole month. I waited like 2 weeks, and she kept showing up on my For You page and saying, hey, I did this. Hey, I did this. I just landed another deal that I got. And I said, look, I feel in my heart such peace about this. I think this is my way in, because I've been doing social media for years now. And I've been trying to grow my own following, but in Instagram and Facebook, I've been doing the reels, I've been doing everything, and for some reason, it never worked. And I've always been obsessed with doing videos, with doing content creation, and I never had the chance because I thought that you needed to have the following to do that. And when I saw social media said that, oh, you don't need the following, you don't need that at all to make money, and I'm doing it. I'm showing you the numbers, and it's possible. And I was like, yeah, this is the sign from God to start this. And I just started, and a week into UGC, I already had my first deal. And it was like
Ama-
insane. It was like insane.
amazing.
It's possible, guys. This is possible, but it takes lots of work.
Like,
That's kind of a little bit of
oh my
my.
Oh my God, yes. It's so much work. Like, I want to say I'm a before I'm a PhD student. I'm a chemistry PhD student, but I decided to take a medical leave during March. And, the phone hears me, hears my thoughts, everything. Really, I had a passion for content creation since a long time ago, but like you, I thought it wouldn't be sustainable because the only path that I saw into content creation without a degree, without a formal degree, was through influencing. And that like really deterred me. And a lot of other things happened, and I decided to take a medical leave from my PhD in March. And at the same time, my FYP was being flooded with UGC. And it was like, oh my God, is this a sign? I'm a Leo. I'll take this as a sign. And since like I'm a Leo and a type A person, I can't just take a medical break and not do anything. No, I said, let's start a whole new career path. And that's what I'm doing. Basically, I'm just exploring. I've always been like a fixed mindset, or not on purpose, but I've been like a one path, very, I was going to do this one plan kind of person.
Mhm.
And now I'm trying to explore and give myself the space to explore this other passion. And so UGC is giving me that outlet. But it is so much work. And you said research, and I'm so glad you said that word, especially because I'm a PhD student, so the word research is engraved in my brain. Um, and that's the first step. So I posted a thing. I posted a step 1 today, and step 1 really had a lot of steps, because step 1 for me took months. For some people, it could take a day. For others, it could take a week. For me, it took months, which was taking myself seriously as a creator. And the step 1A of that is research, is like not going into something without thinking it through, without laying the groundwork, that sort of thing. That is research. And that I wrote down here, that was learning about UGC, learning about a little bit about digital marketing. Like, how does UGC fit into digital marketing? What is the big picture? I also wrote down learn about trends, not just like actual TikTok trends, but like market trends, ad trends, stuff like that. And then learn about copywriting. And this is something I'm still working on. That is the hardest part for me, especially because copywriting relates to scripting of our videos. So copywriting is when you write for sales and marketing. So when we script for videos, which is for me the hardest thing, honestly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I like ad style UGC is a work in progress for me.
Yeah, right now I'm doing a script, and the company, they saw that I was bilingual, so they want me to do the same video in Spanish as well. So I have to do the scripting, and on top of that I have to translate it in order to sound like at the quality as the English one. You get what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
copy is so difficult. Guys, we're not telling you this so that you are afraid, get overwhelmed or anything. If you love content creation, this is the best way to go. We're just being extremely transparent and honest
Okay.
with you guys. It takes work.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
have to do your research. You have to look, okay, what are the top ads that are currently going on right now? Can I make this better? Is there a different way I can do this? Like, there's so much that goes into
mhm.
it. It's not just making a video and sending it to the brand. You can do that, but you might not get a reply in the future to work again with that company. So you have to do your research before you even think about making a video.
Mm-hmm. We're probably telling you guys or talking about things that we would have wanted to know about, like in this way, really laid out when we started. Because you all see, like me, I make videos, and we all see videos, but they're always in parts. Like even when it's not a not a part series, you only get enough information in one video, and then you have another video with another information and another video, and it's always, compiled. So these lives are, and this chat is a way to like talk about all of it as a whole and just like walk through it. That's the point. And definitely research is a big part of it, and it's something that's ongoing. I don't think we just do research at the start. We're always studying ads. Like, I'm always on the TikTok Creative Center and on other sites like the PP Ads site, studying what the best ads are. And I don't know if you do this. I didn't used to. Hi. Oh, hi.
Hello.
I'm
Hi.
so excited. I love that. I love when they say, like, when they shout us out. Hi, Laura. Oh, I didn't know I said Laura, and we have the same name. That's so cool. Hi. Are you a Leo? Are you, just in case we're also Leos? I'm always studying ads, and I don't know if you do this, but something I didn't used to do and I'm trying to do more is break down ads. So, Lauren Label sends a newsletter. I don't know if you are on her newsletter, but she sends a weekly newsletter, and sometimes she breaks down ads. I'm a Pisces, but Leo rising. I'm a Leo.
I'm Taurus, so I'm sorry.
I'm a Taurus. The Lauren labeled newsletter, sometimes she breaks down ads. So what was the call to action? What would we do better? What did they do right? And they did that with the ritual ads. You probably have seen them, the ritual supplement ads. They're great. They've been everywhere. I think they're pretty cool. And kind of breaking them down. What did they do? What drew you to them? Like, what made you stick around, et cetera, et cetera. So this takes me like half an hour just to do one, I swear. So it's like everything takes a lot of time and energy, but that's how you improve and get better, like improve your craft.
Absolutely.
Oh, and another one is learning the terminology. Like, what is call to action? What is the contract terminology? Like, all the terminology that you should know as a creator, that is something to keep in mind. Like, make a list of all the words. I had a meeting with a client, with my first client, and it was an agency, and they were showing me this PowerPoint, like an official PowerPoint, telling me what I was going to do, what were the goals. The first slide had an acronym, and thank God she didn't ask anything. She just like talked it through, but she said it. She was like, so these are the KPIs. And I was like, yes. And I was like, it was a Zoom. So I was like Googling with my phone, KPI, key performance indicator. These are my goals. This is what my content is working. Well, not my content. I don't even do content for them. I do trends. But this is what my work is going for. So just like, I felt so like a little ridiculous. I was like, wow, I don't know this, what the heck this means, but we're learning. It's a learning curve.
It's a learning process. I had a few of those as well. Like at the beginning, people were talking about this is what are my deliverables, and I didn't know what deliverables meant. Like perpetuity, indemnity, like all of those words are so important for you to know, especially in UGC, because they might be in your contract, and if they are specific ones, you might do a live about this in the future. But yeah, just make sure that you are reading that contract.
Yes, actually, next week I invited Shelby because she made a contract template. I made my own I don't know if you already made your own contract.
Yeah,
It took me I I think an entire day or more than a day to it took me so much, and I had multiple templates. Like I had two contracts that I had already signed for myself. I had templates that I downloaded from different sites, and I still took me so long. And but anyway, she put a template out on her stand store, and she has, I think she has posted about contracts, so, and she has posted about Honeybook. So I said, you know what, let's talk Honeybook and contracts, because I've been
That
meaning
would
to
be a great video. Yeah, that would
get
be a
into Honeybook more, and it's so important to learn about contracts. It may not be the second step as a creator, but it's definitely one of the big ones, one of the most
yeah,
important ones. So we're just
absolutely.
hopping into that next week.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, second, experimenting. Honeybook is amazing. I vouch for it so hard. Good to know, Laura. Good to know. I am honestly, I opened it, but I haven't fully worked on it yet. So I'm looking forward to next week's walkthrough with Shelby. With Shelby. The second thing I wrote as part of the take yourself seriously as a creator is experimenting. So, and that is experiment, like define what are your intentions and your brand as a creator, because this is a business. Like you're your own business, so you have to like define your stuff, like your aesthetic or your identity, your intentions as a brand, as a creator, and that's going to go into your portfolio, how you, your email signature, your, it's going to go into everything. And then experiment in your editing and filming style. Like you need to be able to create more than one type of video. If you can create for more than one type of niche, that's great. I don't know, do you have a preferred niche?
So I could talk a lot about niching because I like my personal opinion is to not niche in UGC. I know that being an influencer and trying to do the Instagram and stuff, we are taught that the more that you niche, the better it's gonna be for you. But if you think about the terminology of what UGC is, it's doing authentic videos for people to see and hopefully buy. So you don't only wear clothes, you don't only wear jewelry, you wear glasses, you give this to your baby. Like there's so much that goes into your daily life that you absolutely love. And since it's not gonna go into your personal account, whether it that's where the niching comes from, because they have to look at the people that follow you and they have to make sure that it aligns with it so that they could buy. Since it's not going to go into your brand, it's going to go directly on their page. You just have to focus on what their audience likes so that you can make a video that aligns with them. So my advice would be to not niche at all. The more diverse you can get, the better. I don't know if you have a different opinion about that, but yeah.
Have you seen my portfolio? Ha! No, I do not. Or my account, anything. I do not believe in niching down, whether it's my ADHD or my personality. I cannot pin down a specific passion, interest. I love everything. I love life. I love everything. And I love creating. And I get an idea. I see something and I get an idea about it. It's non-specific. It's not, or it's just about depending on my mood, on the day, on what I'm using. So yeah, I think experimenting with different types of UGC. So whether it's a product based, a service based,
I'm
an
gonna
app.
about that too, because a lot of people like they get so focused just on products that they like there's so many different services out there that are looking for UGC. Like
I I did one for a
there's
website.
credit cards, there's so many. I could go on and on. My
My
niche is
niche is
on.
moms. You guys, please tell me if you guys are pro or against niching down, if you have a preferred niche or a preferred style of UGC. Like, I know my strong suit is organic UGC versus ad style, but I wouldn't say I do unboxing better than testimonials, better than trends. I am good at at like working trends into a concept, like developing trends into a new concept. But I love everything about organic UGC, honestly. And even though I love product based UGC, I think I have more fun with experience based UGC or service based UGC. Like it's more of a challenge than product based UGC. And I
Yeah.
did one for a Spanish one for a website, so that was really different. Oh, well, I've never done one for a website.
Yeah. But for UGC Mama, I know her. She's Erica. I love her. Um, if you feel in your heart that you just want to stick with the mom's niche, do it. If you think about it, you can diversify that as well. Like there's so many different things that can relate to moms. Like there's baby clothing, there's sunscreen for babies, there's maternity clothing, there's so many things that go under moms that you, if you want
Yes,
to, yeah.
Erika, on my page, I'm all about content pillars over niche. Like you probably have a niche, even if it's one or two words, but I do like a whole little thing where it's easier to think about themes or content pillars or like whatever your interests are. Like you're a mom, but as a mom, what do you like? Do you like to create videos around your child playing with toys or creating food for your kid or feeding him or funny things related to being a mom and how to fit products into that
Go
or
a little
service.
bit further. You can even go further than that. If you want to take like a vacation, reach out to hotels that are kid friendly and do that as well. Like there's so much that goes into mom. So if you want to stay in that niche, go for it. But that was by us niching down is the principle of this is just you're losing lots of opportunity if you're niching down. But again, if that's where your comfortability is at, then go for it. You have lots of opportunity there.
Have you done or do you guys prefer product, service, experience based UGC? Which one have you done the most so far? I think I've definitely done product based more, but like I said, I like experience more.
To be honest, I've done more services like credit cards. Yeah, there's
That's so
so
cool.
like it for bilingual people. Comment down below if we have bilingual people here. For us bilingual, there's so much opportunity, not just in services, but overall, because you can sell that as well and even gain a little bit more. You can just say, hey, I also speak Spanish. I'm Latina. I can, provide you with a lot more exposure in the Latina community. I can make this as well. But yeah, for sure, I've done more services. Yeah.
Jackie, I need more. I definitely need more variety in my portfolio. I realized I was doing more all things beauty. That is totally fine that your portfolio is at point A right now because obviously as you grow, you're gonna want to evolve. It's gonna evolve, and that's totally fine. And in my case, I know I need to put more ad style. At some point, I will put more ad style. Everything in due time, and you can definitely put it if that's your goal, and that could be your goal for the week. Like, okay, I'm gonna focus on making one different style video, one. And after you do that, you do the next, and you do the next, and so on and so forth. But if beauty is your strong suit, that's totally fine. But I would definitely try to go on experimenting with either different types of UGC, product, service, experience, or different styles. So organic versus ad, because having the more you have in your like repertoire, the more you have, mientras más tengas que ofrecer, the better it is for you when you go to pitch yourself. Travel manifesting, Laura, me too. I'm actually gonna pitch to a few travel brands like hotels and stuff, and I want to do a video on that, and I want to host a creator who has done
I
UGC like travel.
would love to do that because that would be amazing. Like you would travel for free. That I mean, Who wouldn't want that? But I haven't done or research like UGC hotels and stuff. So I need to do a little bit more research. This comes to show that the research and the learning never stops. Like there's so many things out there that you can like keep learning about, do more about. So yeah. But
If
go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna read. I would love to know more info about bilingual UGC creators. I love being bilingual is definitely something a bonus that you have something else to offer them, to offer a brand when you're pitching yourself. I would definitely say that you are bilingual in your pitch. You can also reach out to Hispanic specific brands or Spanish brands. I personally have had two different agencies, and I'm looking forward to speaking more on this soon. But I have one agency who's already making or preparing their content for Hispanic and Latino Heritage Month in September. September is it? And they're looking for like Latina creators, bilingual creators, and there's a lot of room for bilingual UGC creators because this other agency reached out to me and I told her, "Oh, I'm bilingual," and she said, "Really?" I have this agency's from Canada, and she said she has so many brands that she has to turn away because they ask for Spanish content and she doesn't have any Spanish creators. And I was like, excuse me, have you not seen my space? There's a plenty of Spanish creators. Just shout it out on Twitter and you'll get like a horde on your comment section.
There's
So
so
she's
many.
joining Twitter soon. I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's so many opportunities like directly with businesses that are Spanish. Let's not even talk about like the English side of like the brands because UGC's everywhere. In every like
Yeah.
and right now I think I'm gonna speak from my experience. I've been so focused on just reaching out to the English side and pitch them that I'm Latina instead of just going to the other side where nobody's going and telling them, hey, yo ofrezco este servicio, let's work
Yes.
together and tell them, hey, I speak English too, I can help you out. So like it goes both ways. The
Yes.
opportunity is endless, to be honest. Like every single day, thousands of businesses are being born. So like
Yeah.
this job is never gonna go at all.
And the beauty of UGC and content creation and remote work, you can offer your services worldwide. I mean, I know there are a lot of brands who ask for US or UK specific. You see that a lot on Twitter. But technically, you don't like, what do you lose? A rejection. You don't lose, like, no pierdes nada con try yourself out for Spanish speaking brands, even if they're not in the US. Like, I have a friend who's in Spain and she's starting out, she's getting started as a UGC creator, and she was a little frustrated because everything she saw was US. But then she said, why don't I just like bring UGC to Europe, like, not to say that it isn't there, but to Spain where she is, like, reach out to her local shops. She's gonna do a walk through and just like really, really be proactive about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that this week. Let's see how many I land. I haven't done that either. What haven't you done? Pitched to brands? What Gabriela, ¿qué no has hecho? Oh, Laura left. She said goodbye. How she's so sweet. But I really think that UGC has a lot of people say about it being saturated because there's so many people. I think it's just because, the FYP is the algorithm. It's gonna give you what
You
you're in. So
yeah.
it's only gonna give you UGC because you're a UGC. And if you're on Twitter and you're in the UGC community, you're only gonna see UGC creators. So yes, I mean, it's gonna feel like a lot, but there's over 7 billion people in the world. There's space for everybody in this, and there's so many brands in the world. Like, just one of the best ways to find a brand, and there's a few videos out on TikTok about this already. It is a great way. Just go to your local store, whether it's the Target or whatever you like, walk around the aisles and look to your left and to your right at the brands that maybe you like, and you'll probably see 50 brand names. Like, just walk through the aisles and there's 50 brand names that you hadn't seen because they're directly in the shop. You
Yeah.
don't find them on your FYP, and you're
Mhm.
going to write them down, look up their emails. You got yourself a whole week's worth of brands to pitch to.
Should we add videos and portfolios in Spanish?
Yes, I have. Well, actually, I don't have it, but
I would. I'm working
oh, I
on
do. I
doing
do have.
separately.
I do.
Actually, I'm working on doing one in just my portfolio in English, and then have another one that's specifically in Spanish, and have like a video that's Spanish in the English and a video that's English in the Spanish. That way, you have one of each, and you don't have to like keep translating, if that makes sense.
Wow, I love that tip, Rose. I'm actually doing I'm doing a webinar on how to make your portfolio on Canva on Monday. If anyone needs a walkthrough for Canva, I'll send you the link, send me a comment or a DM. But I'm gonna let them, that tip is great. I'm Rose's tip. If you have if you're bilingual in any way and you have enough content or you have enough energy to like make a full portfolio, it's definitely worth it. I was just gonna make one page because I don't have the energy, I think, for another portfolio yet. But I have a testimonial video that I have in Spanish, and it's labeled Spanish in one of my, somewhere in my portfolio. And I do have to update it. I haven't updated my portfolio because I'm gonna do it live on the webinar, but I am gonna add like just a separate section and category. If you've seen my portfolio, I have like categories that you can click. So one of them is gonna be Spanish, and then they can see like a Spanish section. So I
Yeah,
think that's definitely an asset and something that we should highlight.
and that's not only the portfolio, that's the pitches too. Do pitch, have notes that are pitches in Spanish that you can go from that. Don't just have everything in English. That's good, but don't just close that opportunity or that exposure of opportunity. Like, have them both. Have a Spanish and an English one, and just keep growing, keep researching, keep doing your thing. I would also advise you, since I don't know if you told me that this is only an hour, so I don't know if it automatically closes.
Oh,
I,
no, it's not gonna close. I just said I usually close off at the hour.
all right, right, okay, but I did wanted to say to try and separate your business from everything else, and by this I mean have an email that's specifically for business. Have a bank account. You don't have to open up a new account. Like, if you have a savings, have that specifically for your UGC business, because guess what? You have to bill taxes from that. So you don't want to mix your personal money with your business money. Okay. And we can go way more deep into that, but that's just a little bit of my advice. Have a business account like Gmail, and have a bank account that's specifically for your business.
Rose is hitting all the points because sub step number 3 was structure, ladies and gentlemen. And structure in step 1 of taking yourself seriously as a creator is first set realistic goals. I don't know about you, but I'm all about writing things down, setting goals. It just helps you stay accountable, etc., etc. It visualizes manifesting, all that good stuff. After you set your goals, outlining a schedule, a workflow, a business plan, whatever you want to call it, but outline a plan for yourself, and then optimize your brand and your socials. And that is your bio, your email, a business. If you want to make your account a business account, that's fine. Or if you want to keep it a creator, a personal account, but you should make a separate business email, a separate Twitter. If you have an old Twitter, I would recommend making a new Twitter just for your UGC creation, honestly. You don't have to make a new TikTok. If you did, that's great. If you do, that's awesome. Maintain it, but
I
set a purpose for it. Like whether you want to share examples, share your journey, share tips, because sometimes you feel the pressure of having to do one or the other because you might get people asking for tips or asking for examples. So define what you want to do with your account so you can set your goals and how you're going to like distribute your energy for everything that you need to get done as a creator, which is so much. Like we do so much. We're a one-stop shop. And then I actually want to talk to, did you open a new bank account or did you just use your old one?
So I had opened an account where it was a check-in and then a savings, but my savings was empty. I didn't have anything on it. I have a separate savings account, guys. Don't get her.
Mhm.
But that specific savings account was just empty, and I was like, "This is perfect. I'll just put everything, my routing and account number, linked to that savings account, so that everything could go into that specific account." But if I didn't have one, I would just get a new one. And it doesn't, it's free, guys. Getting yourself a bank account and Chase a checkings account, it's not gonna, I think it's what, $5 every single month or something like that. I don't know how it works. But invest in your business because that's
I,
very important.
yes, I think so optimizing your bio, getting a link in bio, building your portfolio, getting a domain, building your website, and then creating a business email. That should have been first, but yeah, the business email and possibly a business bank account or a separate bank account is
Just a normal,
definitely
it doesn't have to be a business, just a normal.
any bank account. I
Yeah.
haven't separated it. I want to. I still haven't. Everything is like on hold. My money is in platforms. I haven't sent it to my bank accounts because I want to make a new bank account. I'm OCD. I need everything separate. Like when I eat, I do not mix everything is separate. So I am trying to open up a new business, a new account or something, some separate account within my own accounts.
Yeah. Yeah,
Week.
but don't make a business account up from the get go. Just do a normal account, and if your business keeps growing, then set up a number goal of money, like 10,000, 15,000, or something, and then at that time when you reach your goal, then you get a business account or something like that.
Gichali, okay, I have so many tips. The structure part is so important, and there we've talked about like 5 different things, guys. Please take notes, and there are a few more, but I don't want to miss your questions. So, Gichali, have you worked with brands in Spanish? Rose, I don't know. Have you worked
So
with brands in
right
Spanish?
now I am working with a brand that's in Spanish that in English that connected me to a brand that's in Spanish. So I'm doing 2 videos, one in English for them and one in Spanish for another brand. So technically, yes, I am working, but I do plan on focusing a lot more on reaching the Latin community for sure.
Me too. I personally, I haven't worked with Spanish brands, like Hispanic brands. I want to. I haven't pitched, so haven't put in the work for that. It's just everything for me. Pitching is one of the tasks that takes me. I think pitching is probably the task that takes me the most. Sometimes more than editing. But I have worked like created content in Spanish already for a makeup, no, not makeup, skincare, beauty, hair care brand. I did a Spanish testimonial, which is the one on my portfolio, and then 2 different marketing agencies. One was German. That was so funny to me. Like a German agency reached out, "Hi, we saw that you're Latina. Do you do Spanish content?" I'm like, "Yes, I do." And I did that was the website ad. And then another Canadian agency recently reached out and said, "Oh, we need Spanish creators." And I was like, "Okay." But I haven't done content for them yet. But I think if that's what you want to go for, do it. Like focus your energy, even if it's one day, to just pitching to Spanish brands or pitching yourself for Spanish content. I thought I was the only Latina who separates her food. No, Erika, no, definitely not. And it in my family, a lot of people. Fine. Oh, Dishali, I sent you an invite. You can totally hop on if you want. I just Dishali is one of is I think it yes it was is the first I think the first creator I've seen who is fully Spanish or in her on her account and is speaking about UGC in Spanish. And I have a bunch of friends from Puerto Rico who want to get into UGC. So that's why I reached out to you about making a whole UGC Spanish Discord or something, because there's definitely interest in learning about this. And not that it's not easy to talk in English, but it would be great to hablar así y
Yeah.
discutir las cosas.
No, and
A
I'm
ver cómo fluye.
all of the videos that I have on my TikTok, which has helped a lot of people, I am planning on making them again in Spanish because I feel like all of those tips it could benefit them as well. So I am planning on doing that.
Yes, please do. I don't know if it happens to you. Or if you do this, I have a Notion and I have a master pitch list, a master, like my Notion has everything. And I think that was also a structure tip. Like keep a record of everything, especially financials. That's a big thing, but like I keep a record of my notes of like the pitches that I want to make or the people that I want to pitch to and the ideas of contents that I want to create. And
Oh,
there's always such a big backlog. Oh,
Hi.
there's Gishali. We
hi.
don't Gishali. We hear you, but we don't see you.
Oh, I'm a
Yeah.
little bit sick today, so my voice is a little bit funny.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, but we can hear you beautifully. We just can't see you. I don't know if that was the purpose, but just in case you didn't know, we can't see you. So we are probably gonna sign off in the next few minutes, but I just wanted to know, do you think it would be worth it to create a Spanish like Discord or some sort of Spanish space for like Latino creators or Hispanic or Spanish speaking creators?
Well, I started doing this in Spanish because I saw that we were lacking like representation. So I wanted to be the voice almost like for people in Spanish, like in the Latina community.
Yes, I
So
love.
I want to start pitching to brands. I haven't done that yet because I haven't finished my portfolio.
That's totally fine.
That's okay.
But that's the plan. Like, I want to go fully into Spanish because I haven't seen anything done with them, which I
I
think will be different, like a different
Would
approach.
I would you guys be interested in making like a private group of just bilingual or Latina
Oh
people
my god,
that want
yes.
to get together and
great.
just share the stuff? Comment down below if you interested in
Yes.
that.
Aileen said yes. Lorena says yes. Dishali says yes. Reina says yes. Jackie says yes. I have a friend, Gabriela on Instagram, who I know also say yes. I actually was gonna create. Sandy says yes. Ah, yay! Thank you guys. Love the love. I was gonna create the Discord chat during my Disney trip, but I didn't know how to make a Discord chat. So I said, you know what? Maybe Rose can knows how to work this, or it could be a Slack group. It doesn't have to be. I'm in a Slack UGC Slack house, so it could
I,
also, and it works
I
great.
but I don't know which one works better. Did you guys do? Well, Slack sounds
Let us
good.
know if you prefer Discord.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, but let us know if you prefer, like, I was gonna say Twitter, but honestly I don't love the Twitter groups. It's not dynamic enough.
What
I would say
does Telegram work?
I don't know. Oh, or Teams. We'll figure one out. Ooh, Discord. Okay, we have love for. I'm on a
Oh,
UGC Discord community and a Slack community. Both work great. The Discord, we can host like actual talks directly on Discord, or we can just Zoom.
I
Only two
just
Discord chats, and definitely I own two. Okay, okay, it's Discord. I think it's
okay.
Discord.
Discord. Put it on my list.
I love it. I love it. I am gonna try to work this out with Rose this week, and I'll let you guys. We'll shout it out somehow. I know you guys will be on the lookout, and we will send you guys the link, and we'll finally be able to host something in Spanish and just talk things through. And we can host accountability groups. I know Rose is all about accountability. I need accountability. That was so hard. Like, that's why my portfolio took months, because I didn't have an accountability partner. It's UGC is a lot of self-discipline, just like any entrepreneurial work. So I think this is gonna be great, and I'm very excited. And also, Jishali, if
Yes,
you
I'm very
haven't,
excited too.
I was gonna say, if you haven't finished your portfolio by Monday, definitely stop by my webinar because it's all about Canva. If you're using Canva, I don't know if you prefer to use if you're using Squarespace or Wix.
I'm using Canva right now. Yes, it's
Oh,
very like user friendly, at least for me, because I'm not very like into technology or super advanced stuff. So Canva is like super friendly to me.
I love that you said that because I had to make a little promo video for the webinar, which was nerve wracking. And one of the words I used to describe Canva to like it's user friendly, highly user friendly,
I
and it
love
is.
Canva. So easy, and you can do so many things. It's not just a portfolio. I've made like my brand tracker. I do have a template of like a kind of like a cheat sheet. I made my signature, my email signature there. I made
Me
my
too.
cover photo there. Like there's so like my invoices also from Canva. No contracts, no, but like there's so many things that
Invoices in Canva?
yeah.
I send my invoices through directly through the platform, so I haven't been able to make them nice. But Canva, do you make them pretty?
Have a template for invoices, but I use Stripe for payments and it automatically makes the invoice for me. But it's always good to have like a template just in case.
Exactly. I love
That's
that.
a super good idea. Like that's a super good tip to use Canva as an invoice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can always I send like the confirmation since I use a like Rose, I use a platform. I haven't used Stripe. Well, I have used Stripe actually, but I've sent them through PayPal through like three different. I've used like three different, and they all send the invoice directly, so they're not really customizable. So I send them like the thank you after, like your payment, your like a confirmation invoice or receipt, a receipt, like
Yeah.
a receipt that I made through Canva. So that's my way of making something pretty through Canva. What time on Monday? Oh, the webinar. It's gonna be. This is a British person. So the platform. I don't know if maybe Rose, you follow them. The platform is called Social Plug. It's a creators community platform, just like a lot of other platforms on Twitter. The point is to share your journey, get brand deals. It's a marketplace for creators. This one was created by a British fellow named Reese Douglas. He's really cool, and he was the one who invited me for the webinar. And it's going to be 3 p.m. British time, 10:30 here. I'll send you guys the link. I think it's 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So I will confirm the dates. But I think it's going to be recorded, so if you can't make it to Monday, as long as you're part of their community, which I believe is free, you can access the webinar. And I'm going to see if I can have it as well. If I can have it, I'll just send you the link directly after. And yes, I am recording this, Ashley. I am. I will send you the super video. I don't even know how I'm gonna save this. It's over an hour long now. But I will make a Google Drive. I'm gonna make a Google Drive of each weekly. Oh, I'm gonna make a Google Drive for UGC Wednesdays, and I'm gonna post like the weekly recording every week. So, and I'm probably also going to make notes, guys. I'm going to post some notes because I don't,
Probably make a part two because we didn't even talked about like half of the notes that I have.
well,
Probably make
definitely, if you want to know for sure, if you want to do a part two, we can totally do, and it doesn't have to be next week. It could be this week, but it could also be next week. We can figure out the details later. But I'm gonna probably make notes on this just because I always struggle, and I don't know if you struggle with this, Rose, as I balance out like the work for UGC versus the work for like my brand, my content, my accounts, I always like have such a backlog of my content ideas. Like I have so many comments that I want to answer with videos. Like but I have to make a thing of them, so it takes me a lot. So not that I never get to them, but it takes me a lot to get to some things, and it frustrates me. So that's why I wanted to make these live.
Oh, talking about like the second part, I'm thinking about like you should talk about the Google Drive stuff, like giving tips on how to manage that, because I have never used that, and I started like uploading the videos yesterday, and I was a little bit confused about the whole Google Drive thing. So
Yeah, no
maybe if like
problem.
you could give some tips or stuff about that, that would be
Yeah,
great.
absolutely. Awesome. We'll do that for sure. And Gardenia, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it.
Ashley.
Ashley, okay. Ashley, you just gave me an idea. Like, how cool would it be to have like a UGC podcast? Like, just,
I That is my
that would
dream.
be awesome.
Like, this is my way of doing a podcast with you guys because I always hi Jazz, hi beautiful Jazz. So if you guys
Love,
don't know Jazz,
I love,
Jazz is the woman that basically helped me step into my power as a creator, because when I was seeing all of the UGC stuff, and that's great, but it was really intimidating, and that's what froze me out for months. But Jazz, as a Latina creator, made me feel so comfortable and safe, and just told me to take up space, and I did, and I got the ball rolling, and here we are today. So she was the one who actually hosted my first live. So this is your
oh,
first live, Rose. She was my first live.
no, I generally, Jazz, I love you. I don't think I've ever reached out to you, but I'm obsessed with your videos. Your videos.
So yeah, Gishali, if you don't follow Jazz, you should, because she is just gonna be your number one hype girl. She's just the number one hype woman for the Latina community.
I already
Um,
hit the follow button.
and definitely, Gishali, we will do a walkthrough. I think, Gishali, if you send me, because for this Latina Discord, we could host. I'm always, I say yes to everything. I need to obviously, like, we'll schedule them, but when we open up this like Discord, this Latina UGC space, we could start doing Zoom, like little
Oh my,
Zoom tutorials, because in my Slack UGC, I'm in a UGC Slack space, and they do this. They did one about Adobe. They did one about an editing style. It's not, I've never been to them. I'm not good at them, but I will be for you guys. Like, this, for this space, I will be there, and we can like share our experiences and knowledge about different platforms, because maybe I use Canva, but maybe some of you use Squarespace, and
wait,
maybe Rose uses Stripe, and I use Honeybook. I mean, I don't, but yeah, like stuff like that. Like, there's so many different ways to create your portfolio, to send an invoice, to receive payments. There's different like I'm sharing the 6 sites every week. There's gonna be more than one site for any task that you need to do as a creator. So it's all about trial and error, about testing out the waters, and I think this space could be a kind of a feedback.
absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, guys, if you're not following us, make sure you follow us for the ones that want to be in the Discord so that we can like have you guys and make sure that you guys are looking at everything when we have it ready so that you guys are ready and like let us know so that we can get it and get that started. That would be awesome. But yeah, is there anything else that you want to say before we like part ways?
I hope to see you all next week for the next live, and I can't wait for this UGC space. Oh my God, we got a rose! I've never gotten a rose. Thank you, Ashley. Oh, sorry, I got so excited. Got a rose. I can't wait for this Latina UGC space, because I really want to do these tutorials. Like, I feel like we're going to be all the videos that we have in our minds that we want to probably share as content, but we have to curate. We can just do it, our Zooms live, and learn from each other. And
Absolutely.
then in general, I'm so happy, Rose. Thank you so much for coming on this first live with me. I was so nervous, and you made it so easy and just so valuable. Like, all of this information, guys, has been so valuable for me, just learning and getting feedback from you and from all of you.
Oh my God, yeah. Like, and thank you for inviting me and thinking of me. Like, that's like awesome. I love when people like ask me for help or questions. I love to help. Like, and people that have taken like my one-on-one sessions, they know like I don't even care about like the money or anything. That's something that's bad to say, but like I generally love to help. And like on the Zoom calls, we can even like have a weekly meeting of just an 1 hour power hour where we just send pictures friends in that 1 hour. Like there's so many things that we can do, and I'm just so excited.
That would be amazing.
I literally, Jisha, I literally did that with a friend so I don't know if you guys are on Upwork, and that's a whole different topic that I want to
Mm,
cover on a lot, like the freelancer platforms. That's a whole different area that you can pitch yourself through as a creator, and both are very different ways that you pitch yourself. But for Upwork, you like have to create the cover letters, which is sort of like the email pitches, so it takes the same amount of energy for me. So I did like I was start doing what you just said. Like I have a few friends that want to go on Upwork, and it's so hard to like sit down and actually get the pitches done. So we're doing like 1 hour pitching sessions. Like we're just gonna be in each other's space with some Bad Bunny in the background, like right now, and get to like 10 pitches at least. That's the goal, stuff like that. So we could totally do that. I'm very excited for this
I'm
space.
in. I'm
And
totally
I
in.
totally get, Rose, your I love that you're doing one-on-ones, because I know it must mean that you are already used to like giving your energy to help and to share any knowledge that anyone wants, and now you're just giving yourself the space to take it to the next level, and that is great. I hope you are getting many bookings, because you have so much to share, and I'm very excited to continue and have you back, because this isn't the first time we're going to see you. We're going to do part 2, and then once the first cycle is done, I already have like I'm so the UGC community is so supportive. Like I've asked already like 4 or 5 girls for the live, and everybody has said yes. I got one, actually I got one no, but it doesn't surprise me because she has grown quite a bit. So I guess she has a lot on her plate. So
yeah,
even 2 months in advance is too much. But I'm hoping to get the whole calendar up till September, because I got July set. I got almost all of August set. So I'm very excited to see, just to learn each week and see how the UGC space evolves in the coming weeks.
absolutely, absolutely. It was a pleasure to speak with you, ladies. G Charlie, you too. And
Thank you for having me, guys. It was a pleasure.
yeah, and I'm just so excited. Hello, Gabs.
That's my friend I was telling you about, the one that inspired Gabriela. She inspired me to
Oh,
like
that's her.
do
Hi, Gabriela.
Latina Spanish space, because I know I have friends from Puerto Rico who would want and who would be great for this, but maybe don't have. It's so much more comfortable to speak in Spanish, so they just don't
No,
have the
I have
people there
people.
to speak on this. So we're gonna have to do it remotely.
Yeah, I have people too from Puerto Rico. I was born in Puerto Rico. I was like 20 years there.
Total.
That's my home. So I do have a couple of girls interested in this as well. So like, yeah, definitely. And I'm excited to make the Discord. Me and Laura are gonna get to work on that and hopefully make that like a weekly like Zoom calls, and we'll get it popping for you for sure. It's gonna.
Yes. Yes, and I love that it's gonna be both, because I'm all over the place. So if I can't make it, Rose will be there. If not, it'll be a community thing. So we'll
Yeah.
all help each other out. Maybe sometimes you guys will host a Zoom on whatever you guys know. So it's not just an us thing. It's not a Rose and me thing. It's all of us thing. So
Yes.
I'm really excited, and thank you guys for the support and for inspiring me. You guys literally keep me going. So thank you for being here, and hope you have a good night. I don't know what time it is there, but it's 10:15 here basically.
Yep.
So I'm gonna close out for the night. The
Yep.
rest of this
Same
scenery is
here. Same here. And my girls cry, so I really gotta go now. But yeah, it was a pleasure, and we'll see you soon.
yes. And if anybody wants the link for the recording, you can reach out to me here or on Instagram, whichever you find, and I'll make the Google Drive and then send out the link properly.
All right. Bye.
Okay, good
Have a
night.
good night.
Bye. I don't know.